I will be interviewing my dad, Ken Darling, who was in the United States Navy. What years did you serve in the military?
I served in 1992 through 96.
Okay. What was your rank?
I was an E4, Petty Officer 3rd Class, and I was a mess specialist. I was basically a cook in the Navy.
Okay. Where were you stationed?
I was stationed on board the USS Enterprise, an aircraft carrier in Newport News, Virginia, and then we moved to Norfolk, Virginia.
Was this your aircraft thingy?
Yes, that is my aircraft that I was on.
Oh, shit.
I first started out as a quartermaster, where quartermasters are those who navigate the ship. And when we went to the shipyards, I was no longer navigating the ship. We were just chipping paint and grinding metal. And so I decided to convert over to a cook because they were the only people on the ship that was actually doing their what they were signed up to do.
Oh, okay. What was your ship called?
The USS Enterprise. It was the first nuclear aircraft carrier in the fleet. It was created in 1963.
Bless you. Why did you choose to sign up?
At the time of my life, I was working for my dad, and I was kind of bored with it, and I wanted to do something different. I wanted to travel and see the world and serve my country. So I went to sign up, and I wanted to originally go into the Air Force, but their doors were closed. They were out to lunch, so I went to the Navy, which was next door.
Okay. My granddad Poppy said that because he loved to joke around, he told me, and I think my brother also heard of this too. He said that my dad signed up to impress my grandpa, so he can marry my mom.
No, no, I didn't sign up for the Navy to impress Poppy or your mom. The Navy, as I was fourth generation military, and my great granddad was in the Navy, my granddad was in the Navy, and my dad was in the Marines, but I didn't want to join the Marines. So I joined the Navy.
Okay.
So basically, third generation Navy.
Yeah, my grandpa's a joker. What do you have any personal stories or experiences you can share that happened to you or someone close?
Well, I can share an experience that one of my fondest memories that I had was when I went down to Cuba for 3 months, stationed down there. Cuba at that time was it's not like everyone thinks of today as a naval base to hold terrorists. Originally, back in the 60s, when after the Bay of Pigs conflict, the U.S. obtained a portion of Cuba, which is called Guantanamo Bay, and that was a base where basically you practiced what they call general quarters. It's emergency preparedness for battle. And so you go down there and you practice like if there's fires on board the ship or floods, and you do all these drills. So I went down to Cuba for 3 months, and it's a gorgeous island, one of the prettiest beaches I've ever been to. Okay,
how was serving in the military changed your life?
Well, it basically allowed me to become a better person. It allowed me to be more organized and more
commanding.
Have more respect for people and for the country.
Okay, what is your definition of patriotism?
Patriotism?
Yeah, what you said.
Basically, it's where, I feel that I can serve my country for the people that that make up this country, to protect them and to not only protect the people of this country, but protect the ideals of democracy around the world and help those in need in other countries. And you know, most countries, you don't have a choice to serve into the military. You have to join for at least 2 years. The wonderful thing about the U.S. is it's an option.
Okay. Did Holiday portray war accurately? If not, what were your concerns?
Did who?
Hollywood.
Has Hollywood portrayed
War
the war correct?
accurately. And
I don't always think so. I mean, things are always glamorized for the film. You know, like
less bloody.
more bloody, more romantic. They always put romance in a lot of these films,
So it never is.
like Pearl Harbor. So, no, not always. There's been a few that's probably been more accurate than others, like Band of Brothers or some of those other movies such as that. Platoon.
What do you want 8th grader students to understand about war or serving in the military?
Well, I don't really know about the war part, but I do feel that the military isn't just about war, and it's not about always fighting. Sometimes it's necessary for an individual such as yourself or anyone else that they want to gain more structure in life. They can join the military to gain structure. It's good for those who do not have money for education because they offer the GI Bill, and the GI Bill is a wonderful thing because it helped pay for my college. So those who are in need of an education, that is an option for them. And if they don't want to go to the college, they can always gain experiences as far as gaining a skill or a trade in the Navy or any military.
Okay. The goofy dog decided to join us because this is a fun question, I guess, to ask. What would you like to see the Obama administration do for the military?
Well, I'd like to see them, the administration, find ways or means to help protect our military and their families, to find ways to pay them more. I mean, they are fighting for our country, and you can see a lot of people that are in poverty because in the military, more structure to families where people aren't gone from their family is for long periods of time. It's basically it.
Okay, thanks for your time, and cheers to the Navy.
Thank you.
Oh, and your granddad also said that I would be a good Marine. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, never mind.